going, guys? So just very recently, in the last week or so, in fact, I finally bought Rainbow Six Siege, and I thought what a better way to start off some videos on Rainbow Six than letting you guys know how to get through your first few hours on Rainbow Six. So this is a very different and very difficult first-person shooter. I can't think of any game that you can play exactly like this. This has its own play style. You need to be so careful and so slow. And when you come into this, your first hour or so, you're probably just going to get absolutely thrashed. It is extremely difficult. So I think I've finally got up to a point where I can keep up a decent score. I can help out my teammates. I know my way around the maps vaguely. I've played with loads of almost all of the operators and things like that. I've found my favorite classes and weapons and yada yada. I'm picking up some good scores and KDs. I think I'm finally good enough to actually talk. I think I've made it through those hardest moments, and now I've just got to work on my, major map knowledge and just making sure I can keep up a constant KD and good positioning and so on. But of course, those first few minutes are going to be the most difficult. Those first few hours, those first few games, that first day is just so hard. It's just so different. And so I want to give you guys some tips on what helped me get through, and a few things that I wish I'd kind of known earlier. So the first thing is, go and watch the tutorials and go and do at least a few of the situations. Now, even if you do watching the tutorial videos, they go for a couple of minutes, and even if you don't want to watch them, just start them and then exit. It'll still give you 200 renown. So this is in-game currency that you can spend on operators. Now, of course, this is not like a class-based game. You're not going to be building your own class. You're going to be selecting it from a bunch of pre-made classes with their own little tactics and, gadgets and things like that. So go and have a flick through. I'll give you some recommendations in a minute for my couple of favorites, but go and watch the tutorials and go and have a bit of a go at a few of the situations. Try them on normal, have a wander around, get used to the game mechanics, get used to how it feels and things like that. Plus, you're going to come out with at least 2,000 renown, which is enough for at most 4 operators, which is plenty to get you started before you even head into a game. Heading into multiplayer is still fun, of course. If you're just here to muck around, go ahead. But if you want to pick it up and you want to have some good stats right from the start, be sure to go and get some renown first. Then, you want to make sure you go and pick up some operators. Now, I've got 2 that I'm going to recommend. My favorite attacker is Thermite. So, he has a blast that is the only charge that can actually smash through reinforced walls. So, when you start a game on defense, every player has 2 reinforcements that you can lean up against a wall, smack it in, and it cannot be blown open by breaching charges, unless you're Thermite. Thus, if you're an attacker, I find Thermite is absolutely awesome to use. He's so fun to use. You can get very intricate with him. You can... It just changes everything for the defense. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with him. Plus, he's pretty simple to use. He's not as difficult as some of the other operators, and a great place to start. On defense, I'm going with Castle. He has a similar thing on the other side on the defense, in the sense that he can set up metal borders. So when you're boarding up doors and windows and things like that, his are made out of metal that need breaching charges. You cannot smash through them like that. So you need breaching charges to smash through those, and that can just be really helpful for blocking up doorways and just making sure things are a little bit more secure next to reinforced walls and things like that. And another simple defensive player, another simple defensive operator, I think that you'll find a lot of fun getting used to. The next thing is, and probably the last thing, is really something that's a bit more than one. You'll see what I mean. You need to play this game so slowly. Be incredibly patient. Don't just smack open a window, have a look for 5 or 10 seconds, and then go, well, no one's shown up, I can't see anyone, I'm just going to go through. People will sit there for 2 minutes waiting for you to come through that window. There is 5 on 5. You only have 1 life. 1 kill is so important in this game. So any of the shots you're looking at now, if I only pick up 1 kill, I'm taking my time. I've got that kill. That's all I'm happy with. I want at least 1 kill every life, and so do they. You need to be so patient. Spend as much time as you need looking through windows. Wait until there's nothing there. Listen through your headset for any footsteps above you, below you, in the rooms beside you. Making sure no charges come through the walls, no shots are going through. Keep using your drone and making sure that there are people everywhere. There is so much to this game. So the final thing, take it slowly. Slow right down. Have a look around you. Use your drone. Move slowly. Don't go charging through windows. Make sure you remain crouched in order to be as silent as possible, and just keep things so slowly. Just wait. Patience is everything that you need in this game, and this game is so different to any Call of Duty or Battlefield ever. You need to be incredibly patient. But those are my 3 biggest tips for this game. This is very difficult. They should hopefully get you through at least, you know, next few hours. Make sure you try and learn the maps. There's lots of map run-throughs and things on YouTube, or even hop on by yourself on single player and have a look around. Get used to those, but apart from that, try those 3 tips. Let me know what you guys, if there's anything I've missed and you think is just as important, let us all know in the comments below, and I'll catch you later. TK out. Have a good one.